I was in the middle of Portugal. I had just quit my job, sold everything, and was traveling with someone I'd been in a long-distance relationship with. We set out to do a bike tour together. But a few months in, they left. Said I wasn't fast enough. I'd never cycled before, had breathing issues, and wanted to stop for scenery, food, and people. They wanted progress. After an accident, I found myself pushing my bike and bags uphill under the summer sun, completely drained, physically and emotionally. That's when I saw her. An older woman walking up the same hill, holding a bunch of flowers. We didn't speak the same language. She spoke Portuguese, I spoke Spanish. But we managed. She asked why I was doing this. I didn't have an answer. I told her I might go home, that I felt abandoned, lost. She looked at me gently and told me I reminded her of her son. He died in a car accident. Those flowers were meant for his grave, but she handed them to me, said, "I think you need these more than he does today." Then she smiled and told me to keep going. That moment changed everything. The night before, I'd been ready to quit, but her kindness reminded me why I started. I kept going. Alone? Yes, but never lonely. I traveled solo for the next 3 years. It wasn't always easy, but it was worth every step. I even met my now husband along the way.
And that is the magic of solo travel. It changes you, cracks you open in ways you don't expect, humbles you, heals you, and sometimes it even saves you. So if you're thinking of traveling to Europe and wondering where to begin, these places I'm about to show you aren't just Europe's most underrated solo travel destinations. They're the kind of places that give you room to breathe, reflect, and reconnect with yours. Enjoy. Number 1. Bosnia and Herzegovina, the land of coffee and contrasts. If you think Italian espresso is strong, wait until you try Bosnian coffee. Served in a tiny jezva with a side of sugar cubes and maybe a cigarette, this isn't your average morning brew. It's bold, bitter, and best enjoyed slowly, like a story being told. Locals here don't just drink coffee. They treat it like a ritual. Sipping strong, unfiltered Bosnian coffee is practically an art form. It's not just about the flavor, it's about the moment. Forget to-go cups. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, coffee isn't meant to be rushed between meetings. It's slow, strong, and served with a side eye if you try to leave too soon. This is coffee that makes you sit down, breathe, and just be. And that's kind of the rhythm of Bosnia and Herzegovina itself. Unrushed, reflective, and rich with contrast. This country blends East and West in a way that feels raw, real, and unforgettable. It's still healing from its past, which makes every corner of it layered with stories, ideal for solo travelers who love depth, not just pretty views. Make time for Mostar, the stunning riverside city with its iconic Ottoman-style bridge, Stari Most. Watching locals dive off the bridge into turquoise water, a moment you'll never forget. Bosnians are warm and eager to share their culture, especially with solo travelers. English is hit or miss, but smiles, gestures, and coffee go a long way. A must-see is Sarajevo's Bashkarshiya Bazaar, where East meets West in the smell of spices, call to prayer, and cobblestones. The best time to visit is late spring, May, June, or early fall, September. Summer gets hot and winter's icy, but the shoulder seasons are ideal. Number 2. Romania, where Gothic meets gorgeous. Romania has a Mary Cemetery. Yep, it's called the Mary Cemetery, and each tombstone tells the person's life story with colorful illustrations and a touch of humor. It's not sad, it's surprisingly joyful. Locals believe death is just another part of life, and this vibrant little graveyard in the village of Sapanca captures that with poetry, color, and wit. It's strange, beautiful, and totally unforgettable. Romania is wildly underrated. Think castles, mountains, ancient villages, and a cost of travel that's still budget-friendly. Perfect for solo travelers who want both nature and mystery. Timisoara is the city to visit. It's bright, bold, and full of pastel-colored buildings, plus it was a European capital of culture in 2023. A must-see for solo travelers is Bran Castle, often, but incorrectly, called Dracula's Castle. Still, the atmosphere is eerie and the views are incredible. Romanians are friendly, but not overbearing. Many younger folks speak English, especially in cities, and you'll find people are welcoming without being pushy. The best time to visit is April to June or September to October. Summer can be busy and hot, but shoulder seasons bring mild weather and better prices. Number 3. Albania, Europe's untouched coastal escape. Did you know that Albania has secret bunkers scattered across the country, over 170,000 of them, built during its communist era? Some are now turned into cafes, museums, and even Airbnbs. Albania is one of Europe's most underrated solo travel gems, especially if you love raw landscapes, affordable prices, and warm locals. While everyone flocks to Croatia or Greece, Albania quietly delivers rugged mountains, crystal-clear beaches, and ancient ruins, all without the tourist crowds. Tirana, the capital, is the heart of it all. It's colorful, quirky, and surprisingly modern, with cafes, street art, and a vibe that's both Balkan and Mediterranean. Solo travelers will find Albanians incredibly hospitable. Many speak basic English and go out of their way to help. It's safe, friendly, and budget-friendly, especially for solo backpackers or digital nomads. A must-see for solo travelers is the UNESCO town of Berat, known as the City of 1,000 Windows, is a storybook hillside city of white Ottoman houses. The best time to visit is May to early July or September for warm weather, fewer tourists, and lower prices. Number 4. Portugal, but not where you think. Most travelers flock to Lisbon, Porto, or the Algarve. But if you're traveling solo and craving jaw-dropping nature, volcanic landscapes, and quiet reflection, skip the mainland. Head to the Azores. This remote archipelago in the middle of the Atlantic feels like another world. Think dramatic coastlines, crater lakes glowing with mist, and hot springs tucked into lush green valleys. It's Portugal's best-kept secret, and solo travelers will fall in love with the slow pace and soul-soothing views. São Miguel, the largest island, is ideal for solo exploration. You can hike along volcanic cliffs, kayak in Setsidades, swim in natural ocean pools, and end your day in a steaming geothermal bath. The locals are kind and curious, and while English isn't universal, the laid-back vibe makes it easy to connect. A must-see for solo travelers is Lagoa do Fogo, a crater lake so still and blue it feels like time pauses when you're there. The best time to visit is April to October. The weather is mild, the flowers are blooming, and you'll avoid the peak season crowds of the mainland. Number 5. Latvia, the coolest Baltic you've probably skipped. Did you know Latvia has more Wi-Fi hotspots than almost any country in the world? It's a digital nomad's dream. Latvia is often skipped in favor of Tallinn or Vilnius, but that's exactly why it's a hidden gem. Think Art Nouveau streets, pine forests, and a coastline that feels like Scandinavia without the price tag. The capital, Riga, has serious solo travel energy. It's walkable, photogenic, and packed with culture. There are quirky museums, cozy book cafes, and even a Soviet-style amusement park if you're up for something weird. Locals are polite and speak English well, especially the younger crowd, making it easy to get around as a solo traveler. A must-see for solo travelers is Gauja National Park, where you can hike, kayak, or even explore a medieval cave used by monks. The best time to visit is June to August, when the Baltic summer brings long daylight hours and a packed festival season. Number 6. Croatia, the Adriatic's timeless jewel. Did you know that Croatia is home to a hidden paradise island called Vis, once a military base, now a haven for those looking for a quiet escape? It's an untouched gem in the Adriatic that will blow your mind. While Dubrovnik and Split are famous, it's Croatia's lesser-known gems that solo travelers will truly fall in love with. The country offers an impressive mix of medieval towns, dramatic coastlines, and crystal-clear waters, making it perfect for those seeking both relaxation and adventure. The locals are incredibly friendly, and many speak English, especially in tourist areas. A must-see for solo travelers is Plitvice Lakes National Park, where emerald green waters cascade over stunning waterfalls, surrounded by lush forests. The best time to visit is May to September, for pleasant weather, fewer crowds, and the chance to explore Croatia's idyllic coastline without the summer rush. Number 7. Estonia, where solo travelers find their Nordic charm. Did you know Estonia has more digital nomads per capita than nearly any other country in Europe? It's the perfect blend of old-world charm and cutting-edge innovation. Estonia may not have the fame of its neighbors, but that's what makes it such a hidden gem. This solo traveler's destination features medieval castles, dense forests, and a stunning coastline that feels like Scandinavia, but at a fraction of the price. The capital, Tallinn, is a solo traveler's paradise, walkable, photogenic, and brimming with history. Wander through its cobbled streets, snap photos of the fairy tale-like old town, and discover quirky art galleries, cozy cafes, and fascinating museums. You'll even find a cafe housed in a former medieval pharmacy. Talk about unique. Locals are warm and welcoming, and English is widely spoken, especially in Tallinn. Whether you're grabbing a coffee or chatting about the local history, you'll feel right at home. A must-see for solo travelers is Lahdima National Park, where you can hike through dense forests, explore ancient manor houses, or just enjoy the calm of the Baltic coast. The best time to visit is late spring to early autumn, from May to September, when the weather is mild, and you'll catch a vibrant local festival or two. Number 8. Slovakia, fairy tale castles and hidden trails. Did you know Slovakia has the highest castle-to-population ratio in the world? Over 100 castles and 425 chateaux are tucked into this little-known Central European wonderland. Often overshadowed by its neighbors, Slovakia offers everything from snowy mountains to underground caves, perfect for solo adventurers who like their trips a little off-script. Košice is a must-visit. It's cozy, charming, and filled with Gothic architecture, cafes, and art. There's a surprising creative buzz here, with locals warm to foreigners and curious about solo travelers. A must-see for solo travelers is Spiš Castle, one of the largest castle ruins in Europe, perched dramatically on a hilltop. Slovak people can seem reserved at first, but once you crack that outer shell, they're some of the most welcoming folks around. The best time to visit is late spring, May to June, or early fall, September, for pleasant weather and great hiking conditions. Number 9. Montenegro, the Adriatic's best-kept secret. If Montenegro were a person, it'd be that effortlessly cool friend who doesn't try too hard, but still leaves everyone staring. Think stone villages, glassy bays, and cliffside roads that make your camera work overtime, all without elbowing through a crowd for the view. This hidden gem on the Adriatic coast offers jaw-dropping views of mountains plunging into crystal-clear waters, and not a tourist horde in sight. Budva, a charming coastal town, is your go-to for solo travelers craving both history and beach vibes. The old town is full of winding alleyways, Roman ruins, and outdoor cafes where you can sip your coffee while soaking in views of the sea. The locals are friendly, though many are more accustomed to Russian and Serbian visitors, so a few words in those languages can go a long way. A must-see for solo travelers is Bay of Kotor, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that looks like it was painted by nature itself. The bay is surrounded by medieval villages, lush hills, and the imposing Lovćen Mountain. The best time to visit is May to October for fewer tourists and pleasant weather. Avoid peak summer months, especially July and August. Number 10. North Macedonia, the Balkans' best-kept secret. In North Macedonia, it's not unusual to see a church, a mosque, and a synagogue all within walking distance, a sign of its layered, multicultural history. While many travelers rush through the Balkans, North Macedonia stays quietly magical. It's perfect for solo travelers craving something authentic without sacrificing safety or soul. The lakeside city of Ohrid is a must. It's like a postcard brought to life. Cobblestone alleys, ancient amphitheaters, and a shimmering blue lake framed by mountains. A must-see for solo travelers is Lake Ohrid itself, one of Europe's oldest and deepest lakes. Swim, boat, hike, whatever your vibe is, this lake delivers. People here are warm and curious, especially toward foreigners. English isn't widespread everywhere, but gestures and smiles go a long way. And locals are happy to help if you try even a few words in Macedonian. The best time to visit is late spring, May to June, or September for great weather, local festivals, and fewer crowds. And just like that, you've got 10 new solo travel spots to add to your list. But now, it's your turn. If you had to book a flight right now, which one are you choosing? Or better yet, have you been to any of these places? Tell me about your experience in the comments. And if you made it this far, you clearly love to travel as much as I do. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. And if you're still deciding where to go, I've got something even better. 30 solo travel destinations you'll regret not visiting in 2025. Click here for this next video and start planning your next adventure. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.